time, yeah, was murdered. You know, close ones too, not just somebody that I hear about. These people I grow up with. So it all psychologically it messes your brain up because you live in this life, you know what I'm saying? But you still have to face realities of this. I got to get back off that tour bus and go to these funerals, and go talk to my moms and talk to their aunties, the kids that lost their lives.
And your sister, you talked about your sister being pregnant and not being able to lead her maybe on a path that was more responsible.
Even that, you know, from my sister to my little cousins, and to other siblings around me that's coming up. How can I be a voice for all these people around the world and can't reach them like I want to, and they're the closest to me? That's a trip. That's truly a trip to me. And everybody go through trials and tribulations and make mistakes, but for me personally, somebody else's mistake, I tend to fault myself.
You put a lot of pressure on yourself, man.
Yeah.
You put a lot of pressure on yourself.
A lot. But, you know.
Hey, shout out Kale.
I can't really have a
bad eater. Really hate my dad in the chat.
How I was raised and how I was born, you know.
Got Kendrick takes you can check out, actually.
All right. Like,
yeah.
It almost seems, I almost feel guilty for going through something so
y'all hear me,
deep
right?
as you.
I'm like way too loud, aren't I?
And All Right came on right after, and then I'm just like,
yeah.
You know, because it feel like it don't happen that quick. Or when was the realization for you that you're gonna be all right, that we're gonna be all right?
Mel, thank you for reposting my live on Blue Sky, and also
I got to
let me shout you out because I know you need help as much as I do.
When I went to Africa and I got to see other people's problems, you know, they struggle 10 times
I
harder,
retweeted you, re-skeeted you. I gotta get the word Twitter out of my brain.
Going out there really inspired. I wrote a lot of records.
I could just go to your page. I don't have to scroll through my whole. God damn, I post a lot of fucking shit. There you go.
I can either pimp this situation or I can fall victim to it. You know what I mean? And that was a turning point.
Okay. How much $1 costs?
Yeah.
This is one of those tracks where, and I appreciate you for this as a hip hop fan. There's a couple tracks on there like this.
Shout out Miss Yellow
when you
Red.
listen to it, and you're like,
shout out Ellen.
Did that just happen? And then you rewind it.
Yeah.
Amy. I don't know if I mentioned you already.
Yeah, I mean, where was that? Johannesburg.
Lucario.
Johannesburg. And I always flirted with the idea, just my imagination, you know, rolling past.
Justin Trudeau WarioWare parody. All right. I don't know what that is.
Bums or homeless. And saying to myself,
real quick, just to comment on this, because this is a 10-year-old interview, but it's Kendrick Lamar interviewed by Rob Markman, and Rob Markman just put out a video talking about this interview because it came out right after To Pimp a Butterfly, which just enjoyed its 10-year anniversary. So he was talking about, you know, some of the stuff he remembers, particularly this segment about survivor's guilt that Kendrick was suffering at the time of the album, and how much that has, you know, how much this interview could tell you what he's been talking about since then, basically. Anyway, that's why I was watching that. All right, Justin Trudeau WarioWare. I spelled Trudeau wrong. This is what I'm looking for, right? Oh boy. I don't know anything about Justin Trudeau, by the way.
Maternal love is the love that's going to change the future.
Oh no, what's he gonna say?
We like to say people kind.
No, you don't.
One question
Stop.
about the SNC Lavalin scandal.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm from the United States. We don't pay attention to politics from other countries. So I've never heard that clip before with people we prefer people kind or whatever the fuck he said. Stop. I'm not saying I love the word mankind, but nobody says people kind ever. You could have, I think he was trying to be funny, but just oof, no. Not funny. Uh-oh. Peace in our time. Uh-oh.
LGDP.
No! LDGT! Lame duck gets throated. That's the best I can do.
LGDP.
Oh, it's LGDP. Okay. Lesbian, gay, Donald Trump.
GT. LBG.
Blackest. No. Oh boy.
Execute the powers and trust reposed in me as Prime Minister.
Canadians, how do you feel about this? That was really funny. It definitely painted Trudeau as a general goober. I wouldn't say it made him seem like a horrible monster, just like a general goober. That's the impression I got there. What? Okay, we got another request. Snowman 8. Oh, I didn't even say your name, did I? Oh, your stuff is cool. Do you have like a channel or anything? I feel like I've seen your name a bunch of times, maybe just from super chats. But I don't remember if you have like a channel or something. Snowman 8 says watch Homestuck SJ to enter. Okay, I don't remember what this is. I've read most of Homestuck. I literally think it was probably only the last couple months of posts that I haven't read. Like I fell off like very close to the end where I was just like, I'll wait for it to be over. And then like people were so upset about the ending that I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. One day I will probably return to Homestuck because it is one of my favorite like things that I ever read. And I've never really given it the diligence of discussion it deserves. And I think nobody's talking about it anymore. It's weird. It's weird how little discussion, like how much there was for like 2 years discussion of Homestuck and how none there is anymore. It's a little strange. I mean, I'm sure there is in like esoteric communities and stuff. Maybe it's just that it's so insular, nobody else is checking for it. I don't know. Because that's how I feel about My Little Pony. Like, I know there's still people talking about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and that shit's been off the air for fucking a long time. But I know there are still people making analysis of it that I am just not checking for. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just make a big promise here that you have to hold me to. Y'all, you really have to hold me to this. I don't know how many of you realize this, but My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is turning 15 years old this year. 15 years old. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. That's the average estimated age of the characters, according to what I broke it down in my first popular video. I feel like I have to talk about it. So make sure to hold me to that. Okay, let's watch. Why am I fucking already 50 seconds into this? What did I do? Okay. This looks awesome. This image alone, this is like so Haruki Murakami, super flat, like this is just aesthetically fucking awesome. I had to stare at it for a minute. And it goes away so quickly. That was all of that. Just that whole transition is fucking awesome. Oh my god, that is so metal. It's just Bill Cosby, alright. I don't remember what the context of this is at all. So I have no fucking idea why Bill Cosby was there, but it shook me. Just slipped a little guru in there for you. Oh my god. No, seriously, the aesthetics of Homestuck cannot be praised enough. Like, this is the most influential aesthetic of millennial culture, period. Andrew Hussey is the most influential millennial aesthetician of all time. There, who else is it? Other than, well, I'm trying to think if there's like a millennial musician whose aesthetics, like, I guess he's maybe not the most influential sonic aesthetician, but certainly in terms of like how internet art developed in the wake of Homestuck. I think he did a lot of things that should have been obvious, but nobody did it. And then he did it, and then we all went, why didn't we fucking think of that? Like, why did none of us think to make things look like this? You know? And then it took a long time to escape this aesthetic where people were just ripping it off wholesale. Like, it took so long to even reach a level of Undertale of where it's like very obviously Homestuck inspired, but at the very least it's its own thing, you know? Like, but now it's just in the DNA. It's just in there. You know, you can't even tell how deep it goes. But I promise it's that deep. Let's go! So far, having zero fucking idea what's going on has not disrupted my ability to enjoy this whatsoever. Like, this is hitting as hard as it possibly could be hitting right now, and I have no fucking idea what's going on. I don't remember this part of the story. I could not even tell you what act this is in. I'm like, when did this fucking happen? I vaguely remember the dog. I think like the universe is getting reset or something. I don't know. I know that things like that happen. I don't know if that's what's happening here. It feels like it. This fucking music goes so hard. I have to mention this is obviously Toho influenced, but it's like it's Toho always has like a deliberate softness to it, like as complex and intricate as it is. This is like hard Toho, like American Toho, you know, like Toho, but with that extra bit of kick you in the dick that that can only come from a non-Japanese creator. Not to say that there are no Japanese creators who make kick you in the dick type of stuff. I'm just saying that stuff is not getting corporatized and brought worldwide. Not that Homestuck, well, Homestuck has never been really corporatized, which is also, maybe that's why nobody talks about it, is that it's like actually like the greatest independent art piece ever. Like Hussey didn't, he like allowed it not to. Imagine if Hussey had sold Homestuck. Like imagine if we had Homestuck at Walmart. I would have killed myself by now, probably. I don't think I would have been able to live in a world with Homestuck at fucking Walmart. So like I cannot give enough props to this fucking man. This feels super fucking Has-Been Hotel. Like I feel like, or Hell of a Boss, like more so the second one, but like this whole scene, I feel like the Hell of a Boss animators, the animators of that show definitely have seen this. So fucking badass. My troll friends. That fucking slowdown was so awesome. What the fuck? The song rules. Ah! It's just like badass shit happening in music. I don't know what any of it means. I can't remember. I know it all means something. In fact, I know it means a lot, actually, but...
Yeah, everything in Homestuck seems to mean a lot, but I've managed to go through life not knowing anything.
The weirdest thing about Homestuck is that it usually is over-explaining itself, and then every, like, once in a while, it'll have an animated video like this, where, like, all of the most important things happen, and none of it's explicitly explained whatsoever, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Well, I've never even consumed Homestuck media. I've only had people that like Homestuck try to tell me about Homestuck before. And every single time they do it, it's like, ooh, I don't know if I want to check this thing out.
It's very long. It's very, very exhausting.
That's the biggest deterrent for me, I think.
But it's the kind of thing that it's written in such a way where it's like, it wants you to know that the point of this story is not to get to the point of this story. Like it is, in fact, to take as long to get to the point as it possibly could take. So if you're hoping to get to the point, the story is just going to torture you. But if you don't care about getting to the point, it's a fun ride. But especially for people like me who grew up in the early internet, because it's mostly a commentary on like what it was like to be on AOL Instant Messenger in the late 90s and early 2000s, and like have a couple of friends that you talk to on Messenger and feel like you're experiencing this massive, expansive universe when actually you're just like sitting at a computer in your house.
I'm like literally at Papa John's right now.
Also a lot of Earthbound influence. Anywho, I got a couple more requests here.
That's fine.
So it's like Genshin Impact. Thank you, Ellen. That's fucking funny. I don't know if you were even responding to Homestuck or if you were responding to somebody else, but just reading that when I did cracked me up. Centipede's anime stuff with $11 says Fantano's review on Kendrick and Cardi collab. Interested to hear your take on this, specifically the first 9 minutes. I paid the amount for 7 since there's a 2-minute sponsor you can skip over. All right, we'll do that. I have not been really watching Fantano's videos in the last few years because of the fact that first of all, I can never thank this man enough. This man has done an incredible amount for me in terms of introducing me to music that I love. He didn't get me into Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar got me into him. But otherwise, he got me into Death Grips. He got me into Denzel Curry. You know, some of these, he didn't, like Denzel Curry, I didn't even get into. I just introduced my friends to Denzel, and then they got into Denzel Curry, and then I did later. Like, so there's plenty of musicians, I could go on like all day, of musicians I got into because of Fantano. So I'll never be able to thank him enough for that. He helped me to develop the language to talk about music through watching his videos all the time. Because I used to think it was just impossible. I was like, I cannot discuss an album. It's just not possible. He helped make that possible. And he's had some really great takes, and he's put on lots of great musicians. Ada Rook? I wouldn't even know about Ada Rook if not for Fantano. I would not have known about Black Dresses because, you know, I had been away from that side of my life for a long time, but Fantano brought it back. So I'll always give him credit for that. But these days, I don't need to watch his videos. I now do understand what I like. I listen to everything. You know, anything I'm going to like, it's going to end up on my radar. I am actually so overburdened with new music at this point. I feel I am the internet's second busiest music nerd. Like, I spend way too much time listening to and categorizing new music and putting it into playlists and shit. So I understand where he's coming from in that sense. I tend to hear Fantano's takes because he gets clipped so often, because other people are paying attention to him. So the videos I watch will oftentimes include like the most interesting thing Fantano said about a project in their summary of it. You know, in their summary of what is the cultural response, like Fantano's always there. So I've been literally getting Fantano, like whatever the most impactful things he says are, I'm inevitably going to hear them through like the grapevine. Now I have heard at least half of I Am Music. I don't think I've listened to the whole thing yet. It is an exhausting listen. It is very long. I'm sure I will end up hearing the whole thing because I don't hate it at all.
We gotta play this new Playboy Cardi album. We gotta play the play.
This is the one you wanted, right? The first 9 minutes. Hold on, let me make sure there's not another. This appears to be a reaction to his reaction, right? Is that or is this just somebody else clipped it? They clipped it before him, maybe. That's really funny that clip has so many more views than the one that is actually on the official. It's on the Fantano channel and it's about, okay. This one.
Hey, everyone.
Is this about the drama about the fact that he collaborated with Playboy Cardi? Because if so, I will say, I just feel like this is good disclosure for me to go over this because I've watched other videos on this subject already. And I haven't seen this Fantano one, but I have watched. I didn't watch this video because I saw it live last night, but it's a clip from her live stream. But I watched Chilling with Monique saying, "Who's the real hypocrite, Kendrick Lamar or you?" And also Deleted's "The Fake Outrage Ruined Rap." I think you can tell just by the title of those two videos what their take is on the outrage surrounding Kendrick Lamar having worked with Playboy Cardi. So if that's what this video is about, I just want you to know I already saw those ones. And I more or less agree with them.
Big Thinny Cringe Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd.
Big Thinny
and
Cringe
it's time
Tano.
for a couple of track reviews. Yep, some brand new tracks are out and about. In fact, all of the tracks are out and about from.
I gotta get somebody to build me a sound setup. Imagine if my voice cut through like that. You would hear my voice in fucking space. You'd hear my voice in your nightmares for the rest of your life if it sounded like that. Wait, no, you were delayed. Help. Oh, it was the right one. Okay, sorry.
We gotta play this
Hold
new
on.
Playboy Cardi album.
This is the one you want, right? Centipede. This one. Ignore literally everything I said. LMFAO. All right, I'm gonna go. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna go take a piss to make sure that you're fully caught up with the stream, and then I'll watch this video. Just write the title of the video into the chat. Kendrick did a collab with Playboy Cardi. Okay, so we were on the correct one the second time. All right.
Hey everyone, Big Thinny.
Wait, this has collabed with. You wrote did a collab. Am I sure this is correct? Just to be completely sure. I'm not trying to like bully you. Fantano's got so many fucking videos. I have to be absolutely certain. Okay. Let's go.
Cringe Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a couple of track reviews. Yep, some brand new tracks are out and about. In fact, all of the tracks are out and about from the finally released, long-awaited, brand new Playboy Cardi album, Music, because Playboy Cardi is, in fact, music.
Is it? So it is just called Music, but the cover says I Am Music. Should we count it as a double title? Like, is it like Music, I Am Music? Or is it just whichever one you want? I feel like it's whichever one you want. Because it's easier. I Am Music. If I said to you, oh, did you hear I Am Music? You'd be like, oh, the Playboy Cardi album. Whereas if I say, did you hear Music? You'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah, I've heard it in my life. So I think the album title is Music, and then he wrote I Am Music so that there's a way to refer to it that is not just calling it music.
Music says it right there on the cover. Anyway, if you're at all familiar with the lead up to this album's release, you guys are already familiar with the fact that it has been pushed back again.
By the way, I assume he's joking. With Fantano, sometimes you're like, are you joking? Are you trolling? Or are you being completely serious? Because he surely doesn't think that's what Playboy Cardi is even trying to say, right? Like, I am music doesn't mean I invented music. It doesn't mean I am the progenitor of music. It means I am music. I am simply music. I am nothing more than music. I am in the midst of, I am a part of music. I am just one more music, like, it doesn't mean I'm all of music or I embody the whole of music necessarily. It can mean those things, but It really doesn't have to.
Music says it right there on the cover. Anyway, if you're at all familiar with the lead up to this album's release, you guys are already familiar with the fact that it has been pushed back again and again and again and again. Just to add insult to injury, just as it was actually going to come out, it got pushed back one more time several hours. You know, that's just a part of the Playboy Cardi recipe. Just really keep fans hanging. And you know what? I am going to say the album upon release immediately has already been kind of like living up to at least some fans' expectations in terms of like I
have to like really concentrate to actually pay attention to Fantano's voice because I've heard it. I'm trying to calculate in my head, have I heard my father's voice or Anthony Fantano's voice more frequently throughout my life? Legitimately, I'm wondering this. Like, whose voice have I heard more? So in some way, it is almost impossible to listen to. Like, it would be different if it was in person, obviously. Like, I would be like, oh my God, Fantano, hi. Like, cool. Nice to meet you, finally. I still haven't met this motherfucker. But, I think I've probably heard Fantano's voice more than my own dad's in the course of my life.
Some of the surprises held within, one of which is not one, but two big fat Kendrick Lamar features on the track's Backdoor, as well as Good Credit. And in this video here, I thought I would talk about both of those songs and sort of the greater implications of them given Kendrick Lamar's recent beef with Drake. I should also add, Kendrick does bring an intro and some additional ad-libs and background lines and stuff to the track Mojo Jojo too. Now,
he is an amazing troll. Like, he's so good at, he's really leaning into the idea of himself being pretentious here because first of all, he's got the round glasses. Then he's got the fucking polo, like weird college. It's like somehow the most ostentatiously collegiate, like fucking shirt he could possibly wear. Just like the most unfashionable, gay, bizarre shirt he could possibly find. And he's got his pen in his hand like he's still actively taking notes. Like he's currently in the moment writing down things and like studying the world. Or like he's leaning in so hard. It is definitely intentional because he wasn't doing this the whole time. So I think he's going all in. I've never seen him not do a video where everything he was wearing wasn't intentional. So he's definitely trying to look pretentious with whatever he's saying in this video.
Now, before I dig fully into that, I do want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor for this video, the good people. Now on my batch in his style, some your fee QR is Tryon for sponsoring today's video.
All day I dream about sex. All day I dream about fucking. All day I dream about sex. Yeah, all day. Sorry, I saw an Adidas and I had to.
Yeah. First off, before I get into the music on these tracks, let's talk about the greater context going on here. Because with these two songs, we're not just simply talking about a couple of hype crossovers, some unexpected features from artists that have very respectively different styles. No, we're talking about Kendrick goddamn Lamar.
Kendrick goddamn Lamar. Who, by the way, obviously still a beautiful man, but watching that interview, let's go back to that real quick. Look at how fucking adorable he is. Like
Kendrick, man.
It occurred to me.
Let's get into ain't no character.
Favorite records off the joint.
This beautiful man. This is like 27-year-old Kendrick Lamar, right? Like he's 4 years older than me. I'm 30. I'll be 34 this year. So let's say he's 38 and this is 10 years ago. 28-year-old Kendrick Lamar. It feels weird as fuck for me right now to realize that I'm not just older than Kendrick Lamar was when he wrote To Pimp a Butterfly. I'm like 7 or 8 years older than Kendrick Lamar was when he wrote To Pimp a Butterfly. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, this man is the age of my that Bird is now, who is a cute young man. The same way that I see Kendrick in this video, where I'm like, this is not the same guy as this photo. Look at him trying to look pretty in this photo. That is not the same man. He is he aged a lot in the last 10 years. And I think it's out of possibly being just the most sensitive person imaginable. It's what has aged me. My hair, I'm the fastest graying human. So other than that guy from the American Idol, which I knew this was going to happen to me, because when I saw American Idol and there was that guy who had gray hair and he was like 21 or whatever, I was jealous. I was like, I hope somehow that I have the gray early gene. And I think that I probably don't, but I chased it so hard. Like, I stressed myself out to an inordinate degree because I wanted to look like Inuyasha so badly that I was like, how do I get gray hair? You look into it and it's like, gray hair is caused by stress. And I'm like, bet we can do this. Like, I can stress myself out so bad. All right. I'm pressing this joke too hard.
A guy who is deep in the midst of a very big victory lap at this point in his career, off of the giant W that he took in his beef with Drake last year. And between all the tracks Kendrick launched in the midst of that beef, be it Euphoria or Meet the Gram.
Bloom, bloom, bloom. The superpowers get neutralized. That's such a bad impression of the 3 chords at the start of that song.
Or Not Like Us. There were some really consistent themes coming up again and again and again around morality, around being a creep and accusations and guilt.
I'll say the Master Tomo, you said the 30s wall hits hard. Turning 30 didn't hit me that hard, but I'm turning 34 this year. So it would have been 2021 when I turned 30. I didn't feel much different. But in 2023, Bird and I did a bank job that took us to everywhere in the United States. Constant traveling, working in different places every day, sometimes like 7 different cities in the same day. That year aged me tremendously. Like, I caught up to my own age over the course of 2023. I went straight from like in the mindset of somebody who's like 26 maybe to 32 going on 33 or whatever, like that, just instantaneously, like poof, I teleported into my own self. Shit.
Guilt by association around Drake being accused of, all the stuff that he is citing
guilty of
in his recent UMG lawsuit. All of this stuff we have covered in detail on the channel multiple times. You should be well aware, which is why I don't think it should require much explaining to highlight why it's kind of weird Kendrick Lamar would be doing these 2 features here with Cardi on his new record. And sure, you could make the argument that Kendrick just made Drake out to be a bad guy on those songs and made the accusations that he did because it was a personal thing for him. He just wanted to attack Drake in any way that he could. Drake pushed it to a certain point. He pushed it further. Drake mentioned his wife, so on and so forth. Like, yeah, sure, I get that angle of it, but simultaneously, over the course of this whole thing, Kendrick Lamar also made it very clear that he does have like a personal moral vendetta here. He's made this clear in his recent interview with SZA. He's made this clear in that other post-beef track he came out with. Like, he clearly feels strongly about the guilt by association angle. He clearly believes on some level that there are some kind of like moral rot going on in the music industry, in the world of hip hop at large, and Drake in some way is representative of it. Like, Kendrick has made it clear in his bars repeatedly that he does not mess with people he finds morally reprehensible, and that being so on some level, in his eyes, means he thinks you should like die. I think
he also said in all of those songs that if Drake just calmed down and shut up about his family, they would have a good working relationship for the rest of their lives. Did you forget that part? Kendrick said, even though I know all of these things about you, I'm not going to say any of it unless you talk shit about my family. Did everybody forget that that's a huge fucking part of Euphoria? It's a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. With me, it's all love. Kendrick doesn't want to go around calling people out for the shit he knows about them. That's not how you move through the game. Come on.
I and many are just sort of wondering, why does he not share not even the same energy, but even like a modicum of a similar energy for Cardi? Because, I mean, honestly,
his job is not to go around blowing up the spot. Kendrick's job is not specifically to go around. He's not a pedophile hunter. You know, like, he's a dragon slayer. He used pedophilia to take down Drake. He used he literally fired every shot he had. He was like, what can I, so one of these things is going to click. People are going to care about one of these things about Drake. And he saw that people really cared about the pedophilia thing, so he went, all right, that's the target, and he leaned in on that. Aye, minor! Boom, 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 get fucked, fuck you, pedophile, fuck you, you know? The point was to kill Drake. It wasn't it was not that he's fucking the new Chris Hansen of rap. You know, like... he's trying to make enough money to pay for Compton funerals. That's Kendrick Lamar's mission in life. Make a whole lot of money, pay for all the funerals. Try to stop the violence so I don't have to pay for so many fucking funerals. So I can buy a couple more cars instead of paying for so many fucking funerals. That's all he wants. Can I buy 2 GNXs and not 3 homie funerals this year, please? That is the message of all of his music.
When you look at the man's past and record, he's not exactly a Boy Scout. Like, he has literally been credibly accused of...
Because Kendrick Lamar is a Boy Scout. Because Kendrick, if I told you that I killed somebody at 16, would you believe me, perceive me to be innocent Kendrick you see in the streets with a basketball and some now and latest to eat? If I mentioned all of my skeletons, would you hop in the seat? Would you say my intelligence now is great relief?
Putting hands on a pregnant woman. And furthermore, in regards to the Drake stuff, it's often obviously made light of the fact that, yeah, he got bullied into being a dad by Pusha T, which, sure, if you have a child, you should.
When will we get the new Chris Hansen of rap? As soon as Chris Hansen realizes that he needs to start rapping if he wants to relaunch his career.
Could actually be in that child's life and raising that child.
Chris Hansen, if you need a ghostwriter, hit me up.
Actively, which is something that Iggy Azalea routinely says.
Do you even fucking imagine how funny that would be? Like, literally, like a YouTube channel that is pedophile hunting rap music videos
on social media. Cardi is not doing. Like, she has called that man out multiple times for having little to nothing to do with his son, which
have a seat over there, be humble. Oh no. Who that did he thinking that he running on man?
Obviously, I'm not personally involved in that man's life. I don't know if that is currently his status in terms of his dadly obligations. I just find it really funny how this behavior seemingly sticks to Drake in a way that is embarrassing and kind of like dogs him to this day. Meanwhile, it slides off of Cardi's back like it just doesn't really matter. Now, look.
Because Kendrick Lamar is not a social justice warrior. He is... I mean, he is, but like... I don't know. Like, if he... I feel like this comes up a lot in the discussions. And I feel like Fantano knows all of this. I think he's doing this on purpose. Like, I think he's trying to start conversations and be opposition. Again, he's obviously dressed to be as pretentious as fucking possible in this video. He is definitely trolling. He wants Kendrick Lamar to be as much of an SJW as he is. He wants Kendrick Lamar to say, I would not associate with somebody who has ever hit their girlfriend, you know? And like, because he feels that he wouldn't associate with somebody who ever hit their girlfriend. I don't think that's an unreasonable thing, but I also think that the whole message of Kendrick's music is sympathy for the gangster. Sympathy for the gangster doesn't mean discommunicating the gangster when they do something you don't like. You know, and communicating with somebody doesn't mean you like everything they do. Like, you know, I feel like, I think this, I don't want to call it cancel culture because it's deeper than that. It's like, I think that as a culture, somewhere along the line, we started treating people who create as being in a different category from like regular people, even though everyone creates. And like just innately, you have to create things to survive, especially in a modern world. Like, you can't, even just saying a sentence is creating something. Like, it didn't exist and then it did. You said it, now it's there. You know, like, you can't not create. I like Trixie, but she's such a Kendrick Glazer. I literally worship this man. I will glaze Kendrick till the end of time because. So, okay, I will say this as well. I might not be as much of an SJW as Fantano. I'm probably more of one than Kendrick Lamar. I would probably be uncomfortable around some of the people that Kendrick is comfortable around. But those people have no one advocating for them or sticking around them who's a positive influence in their life, except for Kendrick fucking Lamar. He's the only guy who speaks to the gangsters in a way that they feel that they're being understood, and he's sending them a positive message. Because there's plenty of people like Hopsin or like J. Cole in his early work, you know, who were not like, they're like, they're trying to present themselves as anti. They're like, I'm against all this, you know, I'm disgusted with the way that the people around me were acting when I grew up. And Kendrick is like, I'm disgusted that the system has created this, that this is what we've been infected with, that this is what we've been given, that we have been trapped in the trap, you know? And it's not that there wasn't plenty of rap music that expressed that. Nas obviously expressed it beautifully, you know, but like, he just reached more people than ever before because he was able to say, look, yeah, I was hanging out with these guys and I regret what we did. It's not, oh, I was uncool and I didn't get to hang out with the G's. It's, no, I was fucking cool, dude. But I realized what we were doing was not cool. And I'm trying to change what we do, how we move, so that we don't keep going to prison and getting shot. You know? Is Cardi a gangster? I don't even know. His point is that Cardi has domestic abuse allegations, which so did fucking Kodak Black, who shows up all over fucking Mr. Morale, and everybody bitched about that. And so did XXXTentacion, who Kendrick also publicly supported and probably would have had on Mr. Morale if he hadn't been fucking killed. So, like, the whole message of his music is, like, I believe in the good that can be done by people who have done bad, and that if you turn someone's identity into the bad things that they've done, that person can never do good again. They're just going to keep doing bad. They're going to develop a system of doing bad until they die. And they're going to die quicker because you're going to want them dead because they won't stop doing bad. You don't have to let that happen. take it from Tsunemori Akane from fucking Psychopaths. You can lower the Psychopaths coefficient. You can bring that number down from 300. If this helps the autistics in my audience understand what I'm saying, you can bring your psycho coefficient down. That is the message of Kendrick Lamar is the Tsunemori Akane of hip hop. He's somebody who's like, I'm going to work with these criminals and make them not criminals anymore. That is the mission. But you can't do that if you don't understand the criminals. That's why you need the enforcers in that show, you know, that were like the former criminals who are now cops, basically. In this way, Kendrick is he's an op to the evil inside of you. He is not an op to you viewing you as evil, if that makes sense. So that makes him not like because cops, they're just like, you committed a crime, now you're bad. That's why they're evil. You know, Kendrick's like, you committed a crime. Let's discuss why you did that and see if we can convince you not to do that again, or even to seek redemption or do something that might, you know, make you feel like you have put that behind you and now you're allowed to be somebody else, you know? Anyway,
with this video, I'm not
didn't expect to get so deep, but I'm glad you brought that out of me. Whoever said that,
personally making
me being a Kendrick Glazer,
a prescription in terms of like what you, the viewer, the listener, needs to do, needs to listen to, needs to engage with, needs to avoid. Do and listen to whatever it is the fuck you want to do. I don't care. The point I'm trying to make here is that Kendrick, through his diss songs against Drake, has expressed morals and views that I'm just looking for a little consistency on. If you're hating on and distancing yourself from this one person.
Real quick. Let's look at what Kendrick says on this song real quick, right? That he did. Kids on my body and that's on my kids. I kid with nobody. You know what this is. The vamps and the boogies, we jug through the party. What you listening to is that homicide. Paddock is flooded, but way over budget. So he's saying that a Paddock, while a very nice watch, is too expensive and not worth it. This flies directly in the face of New Paddock by not Juice World. What the fuck is this name? Lil Uzi Vert. This flies directly in the face of Lil Uzi Vert's new Paddock, where he was insanely excited about his new Paddock. Paddock is flooded, but way over budget. I lose it on tour. I would have said, fuck you. That's a double entendre, you know. I lose it when I'm on tour, which he's talked about a lot. He loses his mind on tour. But also he loses his watch, and it's not worth having a nice over budget watch that you're going to just end up losing when you're on tour. I would have said, fuck you too, but you knew that the list was full. Ha 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 ha. So Drake made an op list, a list of everybody that he has that is against him. And Kendrick said, I would have done that, but my list is already full. You know, he's also making fun of everybody who wants to be on his op list. And he's like, I literally don't have time for anybody else. I already know who all my enemies are. I can't add more enemies, y'all. You're barking up the wrong tree. You're not going to get me to fight you. I already have all my enemies lined up. Have it my way like Usher, dog. Red and blue diamonds like Gushers, dog. Up score on you like Rutgers, dog. I'm sore because I got it off the muscle, dog. I feel like these are easy enough to understand. Other people have broken them down. Drop, die, kill, watch. I don't know. Eliant? Jeweler. Okay. Another jewelry reference. So there's a lot of jewelry going on in this verse, right? Eliant go big, white gold, link fall on the belly, the emerald cuff for hers and his, that bitch on point like ASAP Relly, making fun of ASAP Relly for snitching during the ASAP trial. So again, this is not a man who is like on the side of the law, not a man who's expressing loyalty to like that idea of morality. He is clearly not about the snitches. I'm talking about, the numbers is nothing. The money is nothing. I really been him, I promise. positive messaging. Say Kenny been heavy out west and I carry the weight. I'm Luka Doncic. This is a basketball reference I learned through other people's analysis. I don't watch sports. Conspiracy theories is given, but I must admit you got the wrong person. They bundling, man. Chicago slang. Which one of y'all merch it? Now this is interesting, right? So then we get into, he says, Cardo, which is the beat maker, my evil twin. Cardi, my evil twin. Now, if you're saying that somebody is your evil twin, would you consider that an endorsement of their behavior? Would you say that your evil twin is somebody that you generally think like does good? No, it means the fucking opposite. Kendrick's literally saying this guy's evil. This is the evil version of me. This is how I would move if I was evil. And I legitimately think he means that, because there's a great video. I'm not going to watch this just because we got to get to the other requests I've gotten. I'm sorry to everybody who I've taken too long responding to this. But watch this video by Zevi about this time that Playboy Cardi scammed Aiden Ross live. This man shows up to this dumb fuckboy's live stream, Aiden Ross, and just basically gets him to give him $2 million to just have been there, and leaves. He just takes the $2 million and leaves. Because why not? You know, like there was no... This Aiden Ross fool moves so sloppy that he got took for $2 million inside of a couple minutes. And that's evil to do to someone. It's funny and nobody cares because nobody likes Aiden Ross. But it's evil. Kendrick would do this. Kendrick knows that he can do this. He just won't, because it's not the way he moves. He's got other things to do, you know? He's not quite as evil. Cardi's my evil twin. Evil twin. When Denzel Curry said that Zillakami was his evil twin, he meant that. He meant that shit. You know? They bundling, man. Chicago slang. My skin is smoother, my teeth is wider, my stride is longer, my thoughts is brighter. The hate get real. Somebody pointed out, I don't remember whose analysis it was, just how nice it is that these are all non-material things he's bragging about. Innate qualities of the self. The hate get realer, the love get fake, but when you this great, that's how it should be like it. That's how you should like it. Sorry, I read that wrong. I remember there being a line in here. Yeah, you got the wrong person. So conspiracy theories is given, but I must admit you got the wrong person. They bundle in, man. Chicago slang. Which one of you merch it? This line makes me think that Kendrick is targeting somebody that none of us know who. Like, he's communicating to the audience, we have got the wrong person. Obviously, we're going to make conspiracy theories, but we don't have the right person, because something that's underrated about hip hop is that it's not always the obvious answer unless you like know, you really know what the person's going through, right? Like, what's another way to put it? Like, people who are in your personal life or who have a direct effect on what you're trying to do are going to affect your mind the most, you know? So like when you're writing these songs, like for us, it seems obvious that he would be talking about like Drake with whatever he's saying, because that's who we're thinking, oh, Kendrick's in war with Drake. But it's like, nah, he got a full list of ops. He just said his list was full list. So this could be about anybody on that list. We don't know. We don't know who this is about, but he's mad at somebody for bundling. He's mad at somebody. He jumped on this track with his evil twin Cardi so that he could fuck with somebody about bundling. I don't know who. You don't know who. None of us fucking know who he's talking about. Somebody posited it could be Travis Scott because of the numbers around his fucking bundled mixtape, his 10-year-old mixtape he released last year. That's just a fucking theory. It could be any number. You don't know who's on Kendrick's list. He didn't mention any names except for ASAP Relly. So anyway, I don't know how I got on this tangent. I've gone too far with this video. Thank you for that particular request. We got to get to the next one. I feel like I said more than enough. Okay. Let's go on to Anime Guru sent $20. I don't know if there was a request attached to this. Was this just for the love of the game? Thank you very much. Anime Guru's channel is very good. But yeah, I don't see any message attached to this at all. So sick. Thank you. All right. Next up is Rat Pert with £5. We're gonna listen to Hot Dad Hungry. I don't want to. These are all the videos I just had open to watch in case I don't have requests. Oh, I was gonna play a part of this, but then I ended up just making the point myself, anyways. But
the longest nights we'll ever know. I held your hand, but I let you go. Fighting for life, afraid of dark.
Thank you, Rat Part.
Felt the pain inside my heart. I know that it keeps me alive. The oceans will finally sleep.
The Why We Watch Anime video. Okay, I will go to that. I have to actually piss, so.
The taste of piss, I dream of your kiss on my lips. Hungry for this, I dream of your piss on my lips. The taste of piss, I dream of your kiss on my lips. Hungry for this, I dream of your kiss on my lips. Forbidden love, I told you so. You wanted things I couldn't know. Asleep for hours inside a haze. Warm flowing liquid against my face. I tried to ask you, I found a way. I'm growing tired of these games we play. I'll always love you, the truth is this. There's no escape, I need your piss. I know that it keeps me alive. The oceans will finally sleep. Adore you with every word, and I'll cry out to you. The taste of piss, I dream of your kiss on my lips. Hungry for this, I dream of your piss on my lips. Taste of piss, I dream of your kiss on my lips. Hungry for this, I dream of your piss on my lips.
A blessed day.
Yes,
Very tranquil and very pleasant. Okay, Why We Watch Anime by the Anime Guru, I think. That didn't work. Oh, it's because I still have the rest of that title in there. That should probably be pulled out. There we go.
As an
Okay. I had to make another funny cough. That one wasn't that funny, actually.
Anime YouTuber, the question I get asked most, that's a lie, nobody talks to me, is why are you so much more into anime than anything else? And this is a very valid question. There's so many amazing classic live action films I've never seen. So many pieces of classic literature I've never read. The list goes on. But I've watched every episode of I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying, and I do it again. So why is this? And why do so many others feel the same way, developing similar anime addictions to my own? Well, the answer is actually very simple. Psych! So many people have so many different opinions on why anime is appealing. So briefly, before I have so many different opinions on why anime...
I am such a big fan of giant anime collage type. Obviously, because, you know, the... I don't know why I went to my channel. I have my own. I made for the channel banner if we watch anime. I am such a big fan of this stupid ass aesthetic.
Anime is appealing. So briefly, before I get into my own analysis, I want to take to the streets and interview some people on why they love anime. What's up, animation? We're out here in
Animation.
Las Vegas, Nevada. The shrubbery looking lush as always, and we're gonna find some people try to.
Oh my god! Hold on. Wait, you said Nevada, right?
We're out here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada.
Like North Vegas, or what? I'm fascinated. Sorry, me and Bird are gonna fly to northern Arizona next month, and I was not expecting to see the Southwest before then, and I was just like, "Oh fuck, I'm in the Southwest all of a sudden. What the fuck?" This is what it looks like in the Southwest, y'all. If you live in Nevada or Arizona, this is what your house and yard look like. This is the whole vibe of the whole Southwestern United States. Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, parts of California, towards north. Yeah, I thought, because I was thinking, I don't see the skyline. North Vegas is pretty nice. That is a place, I mean, other than the fact that it gets as hot as it does in the summer. Driving through North Vegas, I was like, if I was going to live in Nevada, this would be the part of it. Well, actually, no, I like Reno. So I would probably move to Reno, but if I was going to live in Vegas, I would choose North Vegas.
The shrubbery looking lush as always, and we're going to find some people, try to find out why they're into anime. So see if we can find, he looks like he watches anime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, over here, man. Hey, man, we just want to ask you some questions, man. Finally got you, man. Yeah. So, do you like anime? If so, why? Give us the right answer.
Well, I guess because anime's got, deep meanings and just cool characters, and it really, I don't know, makes me feel like I'm there.
All right.
Now can I please go?
Yeah, make it quick. Hey, dude, can I ask you
about
anime? I'm just out here interviewing people for my YouTube channel.
Yeah, man, I have a YouTube channel too.
Oh, that's awesome. We should collab sometime. What kind of videos?
Yeah, I do.
I have a YouTube channel too. We should collab sometime. Yeah, that's exactly what interacting with YouTubers is like.
A stage gay pickup artist cold approaches.
Oh, word.
Oh no.
Shit. Okay. You
I like other things more.
Hello, sir. Can I interview you about anime for my YouTube channel?
Oh, I love this challenge. What makes anime special by the anime guru?
That video shouldn't exist. That video doesn't exist yet. Hey, get back here!
I'm really glad this bit exists in more than one of your videos of like pretending that the video somehow isn't being made or should not exist. That is a good bit.
The NMACU time continuity has been shattered by a time paradox.
Uh-oh.
That mysterious masked gentleman with great taste in anime YouTube videos has split our timeline, leaving several.
Whoa, what the fuck is this? What is this from?
Alternate reality gurus roaming the earth. Fret not, dear viewer. We just have to identify our original timeline guru, and the continuity will naturally correct itself. We will observe their actions and deduce who our timeline's original guru is. Let the searching commence.
Fuck, where do I know that bass line from? Hold on.
Commence.
I can't fucking remember where that comes from. Regular show? Okay.
Talking about the appeal of anime.
I was thinking it had to be anime, so I was searching my mind for an anime, and I'm like, I can't fucking find it. It makes a lot more sense that it's regular show.
Can be simple. The appeal lies in the animation. But what separates it from other cartoons from other countries? Well, anime has always been the forefront of revolutionizing animation techniques. Sure, Disney probably holds a greater consistency of beautiful productions and even predates anime for the most part, but Disney has never made something like Fooly Cooly, Kaiba, or Galaxy Express Suri 9. Anime has always been doing the most experimental techniques and pushing the medium to new heights with animation.
I'm going to say that's not entirely true. I'm going to say that like there's been lots of experimentation, it's just never been popular. You know, like you got Ralph Bakshi doing all this fucking weird shit. Shit that looks
This
like
is a radical. This is a out of the street. Scary place full of uncertainty. And what is the jazz being blared in the stories and explain our boy. Okay.
But what came was far worse. Another
the world secret racism or fascism and below
just wasn't popular, you know?
Inspiring techniques utilized in Avatar, Spider-Verse, and all manner of other animations we all know and love.
This simply can't be our original guru. He's far too caught up on the visual aspect. The real guru doesn't know shit about art and animation. Let's see another.
All right.
The shonen formula
if Guru number 2 knows what's up.
Is the most emotionally uplifting, inspiring, and hype formula I have ever seen. Sometimes hundreds of episodes swelling up to an epic climax. Battles showcasing beautiful animation run tandem to the ideological conflicts represented by each combatant. A sheer magnitude of growth and
Villain history. You really always hit with the fucking music choices. You got like the perfect nostalgia cloud going through these videos.
Character development nearly unparalleled. I mean, just look at Dragon Ball. Hundreds of episodes largely chronicling the tale of one man from baby to adult life. A lifetime of a story, the sheer gravity of which is just insane.
He's a fake Dragon Ball fan. He only watched like 10% of it.
Kirito is
great counter argument. Kirito is the coolest. And the cutest. You can't forget.
I'm gonna be just like him and get married when I turn 15.
It could be him.
I'm gonna get married when I turn 15.
Anime largely derives from light novels and manga, which are both typically written by one person. In this sense, anime carries with it that one guy wrote this more personal appeal.
That's
On top
true.
of this, the medium of animation allows people to tell stories and present concepts in a more abstract and creative way. For example, Mob Psycho has visuals and a color palette that couldn't really work in any other medium, and the story is built upon these visuals.
I think it's what it is just I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this other than Japanese people are more desperate, but like more willing to be desperate. Does that make like I feel like desperation is such an unattractive aesthetic in the United States that like we're not even willing to like express it, much less have it. Like in Japan, they're just like, I'm desperate to draw. All I want to do is draw. What like I will literally work the shittiest job. I'll work the shittiest hours. I just want to draw. You know, Americans are like, I would like to live a life, you know, that involves anything other than drawing at some point in the in the equation.
Live action anime adaptations always suck, after all.
That's true. They are always ass.
Have you guys seen High School DxD? Dude, I love the plot.
No. God, I hope not.
Unlike most cartoons seeking broad appeal, anime tends to seek out the niche. Oftentimes, it's directed towards people who don't feel reached out to by other media. Genres like isekai thrive on the basis of the main character being a reject, and then you have stories like Naruto, where the protagonist goes from social outcast to hero. Every story approaches this in its own way, but it's very...
This is also true. I think their sensibilities are so radically different that it affects the foundation of what they do. The way they even do Western music feels radically different. I definitely think that's a big part of it. I think it's interesting because I grew up with a lot of Japanese media, and so I feel like that sensibility was instilled in me from such a young age that like it made American media feel weird and off-putting to me by comparison. You know, like I had already seen Power Rangers and shit before I saw, which is all in itself, Power Rangers is an amalgam, right, of Japanese and American sensibilities. It's very funny to go back to Power Rangers and see like how bad the American parts are by comparison to the footage for the Japanese show. Like it's better looking in terms of like the camera quality, but it's just terrible. This is not a good show until like later they got better about that part. But like like showing old American jazz musicians the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack, and they'll point out fundamental differences in the way they approach jazz. And with that one, so okay, Yoko Kanno is such a fucking fascinating person. At some point, I'd love to read this interview on a live stream that she did with Forbes. I think the Red Bull one. This is the one I want, I think. Yeah, this interview goes through like Kanno's whole life story, and she's just like to even consider her as like her music is not necessarily indicative of what you would expect from a Japanese person, because she's had such a unique upbringing for a Japanese person. Like she grew up like with like learning Christian songs on piano type shit. Here we go. Let's see. I started becoming a contest bandit after the second grade of elementary school. My first musical memories go back to hymns during church. My kindergarten was Catholic, and the teacher was not very good at playing the organ, so I did. This girl went to a Catholic school, and in kindergarten was so much better at playing the organ than her teacher that she was the organ player for her kindergarten class. That's Yoko Kanno. So she's not a like regular person at all. She's a totally different type of creature. And like she definitely deserves the plagiarism accusations, because she has outright just taken from plenty of shit that you could like, if you listen to the original, you listen to her rip off, you're like, yeah, that's the same. That's the same. Listen to Two Turntables and a Microphone we'll just do it right now. Let's just real quick. This is my personal accusation of plagiarism. And I'm not saying I'm complaining. I don't care. I think plagiarism is based and lifted. But Okay. It's not exactly the same, but it's like you had to have heard the Beck song. Like there's just no fucking way you didn't hear the Beck song. Now it goes in a totally different direction from there, but it's just like the motifs of her music are like, oh, I know exactly where you got that. I know that's a Collective Soul song. I know that's a Beck song. I know that's a Björk song. I know that's, you know, this or that jazz song, because she just wholesale learned these genres that she had no, like she grew up with literally Catholic hymn music. That's what she grew up playing. So like every time she got an anime soundtrack, she would read into the themes of that show and then just go learn a whole culture of music that she thought would be good for representing that show. So like she was told, we want jazz, and then she just learned jazz. But she's so fucking insanely talented that she can just like, and a lot of these things, she would go to the country of origin, right? Like she came to America when she was learning jazz. She went to Brazil when she was learning the whatever she did on the fucking Macross Plus soundtrack. Like she's been all over the world just collecting sounds, like just literally going to places where people are like playing music publicly, hearing what they're playing, and then just immediately copying that into her songs, you know? Yeah, she's very good at it. I just think she's not trying to hide it as much as a lot of artists are, because a lot of people feel that they have to be as like mysterious and not obvious as possible, you know? And she's just like, no, I'm just like amalgamating everything I think is good. And like, again, it is a new song. Like this song does, other than that riff, does not resemble in any way that Beck song. They are very different songs, you know, but it's impossible once you put the two melodies together not to notice that it's like just a couple notes off of being the same thing. You know, it's like, oh, you just took it in a slightly different direction. But then everything you built onto it is totally different, you know? So it's just like, you can see that the spark of inspiration had to have been that song, but she didn't make that song. She made a totally new song out of that spark of inspiration. That's why I love her. I had to turn the light on. It's getting dark as fuck in here. Boink. Hey. Blue 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 do 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 blue blue get blue get blue. All right.
Consistent within the medium. Classic shows like NHK, Lane, and Evangelion all deal with this very concept, and for so many people, this is just such a relatable approach. Anime has been counterculture and sticks up for everyone who doesn't connect with mainstream art and media.
Hell yeah.
It doesn't care what anyone has to say about it and is unabashedly itself, for better or for worse.
I'm going to say, though, I don't think that stuff is true. I think anime is trying its hardest to be loved, and it's just made by complete freaks. Like, I think everybody who makes anime, like, sincerely thinks that they're making, like, a masterpiece that everybody should understand and love, and they just, like, are so confused why that's not the case. With rare exceptions. Guys like the Shirobako director, they know what's actually happening. They're like, yeah, I'm a strange fuck. I'm just gonna make strange fuck anime, and I'm not gonna answer any questions about it, you know?
Many Western shows are centered around a 3-act structure which necessitates and emphasizes conflict. Japan, however, typically employs a fairly unique 4-act structure, the Kisho Tenketsu, which goes as follows: introduction, development, twist, and conclusion. The primary distinction this holds from traditional 3-act structure is that there is a heightened emphasis on how a character reacts to the world around them, as opposed to how the world reacts to the character and their will. What I mean by this is that many Western stories typically follow a hero seeking to change the world and make it a better place, as reflected by Western philosophical values of self-improvement and development. While Japan's heightened sense of reverence for tradition and collectivism leads their stories to focus more on how a character reacts to and copes with a situation caused by the world around them, not how they can change it to better suit their own thoughts and beliefs. This leads to more of these stories exploring internal struggles regarding the characters themselves, as opposed to any external feats of conquest and conflict. This means that anime is not only more prone to character studies about how circumstances affect a person or situation, but is also more prone to exploring more humble, low-key, and emotional stories about the everyday, with a focus on the characters, which can be so much more emotionally resonant due to being so much more relatable. While undeniably an issue of personal preference, as well as only a general trend in storytelling with many, many exceptions, these distinctions are reflective of the different philosophies which have developed in the East versus the West, and an interesting theory to consider.
Too insightful. If it's him, he probably just got that idea from his friend or something.
I like anime because of how many reasons other people like and create anime. It's not a genre,
That's
but
a great
more
reason.
like a medium, and it's sprawling with so many different appeals. So many people flock to it for different reasons, and I love to observe these disparate mindsets.
This is such an odd collage you've got here.
So many people flock to it for different reasons, and I love to.
We've got Shinbo, Ano, Oshii, and then 7 different versions of Kafka wearing hats.
To observe these disparate mindsets. And that's not even to mention the incredible creativity of anime creators. I mean, there are so many people who have done so many great things in the industry that I just don't feel like I'll ever run out of new and interesting stuff to look at least not anytime soon. It's not that I don't think I'd enjoy other genres and mediums just as much, but more so that I have no reason to leave and so many reasons to stay. I want to see everything and make a huge top 100 anime list one day, and only then may I die a happy man. In summation, every appeal listed here before me factors into my own love for the medium, not only because I appreciate the points they are making, but because I appreciate people like them, and I love hearing their thoughts on this massive community. There is simply so much to love.
Oh, damn. That was the last one. I don't know. That one was a bit weird. It's the moment of truth, though. Our guru is one of the 8 we've already heard from. Yeah, I suppose it ought to be this one. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Welcome back, anime guru.
Woohoo! That sure was a doozy. Remember, everyone, like and subscribe, and tune in next time for my iShowSpeed stream reaction. Big thank you to Karta, Ev, Aesop, Funky Boy Haas, Shrey, Hermit's Nook, Artemis Locke,
Everyone from here on out
for
gets
all
to
the
be a
support on
nugget.
Patreon. Godspeed, everyone, and remember, oh my god, Skibbity in Ohio with an uncanny phantom tax on a Pibby glitch with Pizza Tower and Bussin' Max Prestige guy ads everywhere. See ya!
You know, as coping with addiction goes, it's not the worst excuses I've ever heard.
Recently, in episode 5 of Rare,
Let's
that
remind
someone
you.
feels the strange draw which tells them they need to sample literally every anime ever made because they are seeking something from it more nuanced and particular than they can identify themselves or consistently locate based on surface storytelling details. A lot of my favorite anime had been into in my teens for similar reasons, or to define my personal out of attempting to completely dissolve my sense of self through the sensory overload of looking at nothing but anime girls. I think there are a lot of reasons that an anime helps them find it, or maybe they have deeper psychological hangups about society or sexuality that anime helps them to contextualize. Maybe they're just looking for a sense of community, and in finding it with their friends, anime itself becomes more the means of just facilitating their communication than the actual focus of their attention. There are also, of course, people who are just sincerely passionate about animation as a film medium, but unless those people care about styles beyond those common to anime, or at least get involved in creating anime themselves, then the particularity of that obsession becomes suspect. One of my longtime fascinations as an anime fan has been with the otaku room. They come in various styles, but mostly I'm not talking about the well-manufactured collection with its clean shelves of statues of favorite characters and organized bookcases. I'm talking about posters on the ceilings, dakimakura hanging from the walls, no white space clusterfucks like what I was known for. This was a pursuit of mine for exactly the reason of dissolution, to go beyond just this is the stuff I like, but for the things to overpower me and drown me out. I recently started watching TikTok, and it hit me like a wave that I feel sad now when I see otaku rooms. Despite how I've been doing my room, I've always been a fan of interior design and actually good-looking spaces, but my mentality was that I didn't know who I'm trying to be or how to reflect that in how I design my place other than anime chaos. Now I get to be jealous of countless adorable rooms of e-girls, and not so much of the otaku showing off their collection rooms. All of those videos have an odd confusion to them. The TikToks about, say, Itasha cars are always about how proud the person is to be degenerate, which makes sense as it is the statement made by the car. The otaku room people, though, have no rhyme or reason, just a collection to show you. They're almost never on screen as a person because they're not ready to be a person. Only a room. You can find more of my writing like this on goldenwitch.substack.com, where this article was originally posted, and subscribe for $7 a month or $70 a year, not only for access. Yeah. All right, there's a few more. There's a few more requests we've got to get to. Let's go. Let's scroll way back in the chat to whenever those were made. The Masked Tomo. Sorry this took so long. I hope you're still around. Requesting you to watch the animated music video for He Has Returned. Glory Hammer. I hope this is not going to get me in any kind of copyright trouble, but I will just keep pausing it every 10, 20 seconds or so to be sure. And you are here. Good. The aesthetics are on point. I appreciate just how much detail there is actually in this shot. Okay, it's like an integrated 3D animation, like Arcane style. It looks really good. I've never heard of this Glory Hammer band, but I'm thinking, like, why do they have the budget for such nice animation? Why couldn't Coheed and Cambria afford an animation quite this nice in their video? Not knocking the animation of their video, but I'm just saying. Oh shit, this actually goes kind of fucking hard. I was not expecting the high-pitched, what would I compare these vocals to? Very Swedish sounding. I like the little the goofy little, it's like, looks like a unicorn but a donkey at the same time. Yeah, this is like the Thor movie, but without all the shitty Dutch angles that make me pissed off. I'll say the vocals are not my favorite, just like performance-wise. And mixing wise, they're way too low. Like there's a lot of vocal layers, but none of them is prominent. So it feels like they're all just kind of down there. Like, I like the melody, I like the vocal melody. I just think he could
It could do with a stronger, just a more present singer.
Shit.
Oh shit, that was not the I always thought we were about to enter the breakdown, and then it suddenly switched up to a fucking dance beat. I like the way they matched the animation to the song there. Oh shit, they're on the fucking like the Norse world plate. Yeah, this is like what this is why flat earthers think they're like, but the Norse people said so. That's not true. I'm just making it up. How funny would it be if like this band was like a bunch of flat earthers and this was actually flat earth propaganda or some shit? That would be fucking hilarious. I'm sure it's not true. Lapusha says sounds like an Attack on Titan song. That's an interesting comparison. It's nowhere near as chaotic as, I assume you mean like one of Revo's the Linked Horizon songs, because those are kind of in the power metal vein. But this is like way cleaner. But I can hear what you mean. I like the sound effects in the music video. Also, this is extremely Samurai Jack, what's happening right now. Now I'm like, since I made that comparison, now I'm thinking, you know, I would bet that some, like, whoever made this is a big Gendy Tartakovsky fan, because just the whole like lack of outlines on everything and that kind of, you know, heavy emphasis on lighting aesthetics definitely reminds me of his style. Well, shit, he's gonna turn on his own homie, I think. I haven't really been paying attention to the narrative of this video. Nice. I'll say the fight choreography is pretty simplistic, but it looks great. Like they didn't task themselves to do anything that would be insanely hard to animate. So they did a good job, which is what you should do. Don't try to task yourself to do something that's above your pay grade. Beyond your skill set, we'll say. Is he gonna give him a hug? Is he gonna touch his face like real gay? Like, is he gonna give him a nice stroke of the old dong? How's he gonna calm his friend down? Ah, touch to the face or something. I guess like an electric connection. The concept of touch reached him. Hey, there's the hug I wanted. They figured out how to put in a hug and make it not gay without drawing attention to the fact that they were trying to make it not gay. I appreciate that. All right, that was fun. Very, very cute. I always have a little space in my heart for what I like to call dork metal. And that was pretty solid as the genre goes. All right, I have to scroll way back up again. Let's see what's next. Gary always says, "I don't want to be a magical girl." A lead pip, 36 seconds. Okay. I assume it's lead pipe. But I'll type lead. I typed pop. A lead pipe. A lead pipe. Oh, wait, that's the one. There it is. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Gary. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
It's time to wish upon a star, Ica. Yeah, I wish. You know what I want.
I like the girl on the right's expression.
Good enough.
I also like this bass riff going in the background. Lead pipe.
Is that a lead pipe?
Yep.
This animation looks very nice, very smooth. I like the colors. I like her outfit. I like the star guy. It looks like one of the Mario guys.
I don't understand. What's a lead pipe gonna do?
Oh, get him in the fucking shins.
You don't have like a magical star beam or energy
Very Teen Titans.
blast or something?
Yeah, I guess I do. Like, what even is a star beam, you know? Now a lead pipe to the shins? That's just reliable, baby.
I feel like I've heard her voice somewhere. A lead pipe to the shins is reliable. That was cute. It was interesting that it was like half not animated and half animated. I don't know what the story is there, but maybe it's like a deleted scene or something. Then, Corey, I've heard your voice more than my dad's. I was expecting someone to have said that when I was saying that about Fantano. I was like, somebody's going to point out that they've heard my voice more than anyone else's ever. But blame Fantano as an influence on me, you know. He taught me that you can just make a video every single fucking morning. Question isn't why didn't he call out Cardi, it's why did he want to work with Cardi in the first place. I mean, I think it's because I'm sure it's reasons that are like beyond our ability to really judge from a distance. Like when it comes to those kinds of creative decisions, because he showed up on like 3 songs on the Cardi album. So that to me is like, I'm trying to do something here. Like it's more than just like, I got called in for a feature. It's like, I'm trying to involve myself in a very visible way with this project. So like, you know, you are asking the right question, but it's not a question of like, why did you do that? It's a question of like, no, seriously, why did you do that? Like, I'm interested. I would like to know. It seems interesting that you did this, you know? All right, let's skip ahead of all this discussion. I don't want to get back in a Kendrick hole. Blah, 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 yada, yada. Okay, Crunkle with $10. Manga documentary 1982. Vid was released recently as footage from different world without the net. All right, I'm excited. That sounds awesome. I love that it's literally just a video called Manga Documentary 1982. That's how I know I'm in for some real shit. What the? That fucking heavy funk bass. I'm not even ready for this. 1982.
Early morning in Tokyo.
I got the voice exactly right. I did not sincerely know if there was going to be an overdub voice. I was just so ready for it.
At 7:30, the street here is already filling up with youngsters. And where are they going at this hour? To the movies. Long before the theater opens, they've lined up for the preview of a pair of animated films. Feature length.
Wait, what was that? What is that animated film?
They've
Is this some Leiji
lined
Matsumoto?
up for the preview of a pair of animated.
I don't know these, whatever that one is. The other one's obviously
film.
Dr. Slump, but I cannot. It looks like Leiji Matsumoto, but it also doesn't. Like, it looks like somebody else drawing Leiji Matsumoto's designs. Baldios, Space Warrior Baldios. Okay. Oh boy, look at this fucking dork. This fucking Power Rangers ass mecha here. This fucking Megazord. She's cute. Oh, here we go. Here's the poster. This is gangster. Who the fuck drew this? Damn it. It doesn't say who drew the fucking art. What blog is this? Cam, the classical. I've never seen this fucking blog before. 2018. Who the fuck is writing an anime blog in 2018? Josh, who are you? What is this? Okay. I can't go too far down this fucking rabbit hole.
Feature-length cartoons. One of the typical themes of Japanese animated films is science fiction. Another, just as popular, is comedy. Arare-chan, the heroine of this film, is a great favorite.
Did he say Arare-chan? I mean, he's honestly a lot closer than I would have expected.
Animated films are, for the most part, based on comic books, called manga in Japanese.
I'm very impressed with this man's pronunciations, actually, for 1982. This guy knows what is going. Somebody really made sure that he knew what he was saying.
Every bookstore in Japan has a comic book section, always crowded with young people browsing through their favorite stories. This is Doraemon, a science fiction character especially popular with younger children.
Even I don't fucking say it that correctly. I'm like Doraemon, like he's a fucking Digimon. All right, all this Mattel. Hold on. Okay, it's all Galaxy Express 39, I think. Or no, it's Cyborg 009 and Galaxy Express 39. There were a lot of nines going on in the late 70s. Why were they so into the number 9 back then, I wonder?
Cartoon characters create an enormous merchandising industry in Japan for everything from posters to toys to clothes and accessories.
Ashino Joe 2. What is up with this guitar solo? Hold on, let me scroll back a little bit. It's like a sick fucking guitar solo in the middle of this.
Even the fire department uses these characters in their safety campaigns. November 3rd is Culture Day, a national holiday in Japan. Here, the National Railway runs a special Culture Day train for Doraemon fans with cartoon characters to entertain en route.
What is that? Who is that? This is not Doraemon. Who is this man's? What the fuck is this bear man? Who is this guy? Oh, there's something so unnerving about fucking like VHS home recorder footage of mascots.
It takes a special ticket to board, and the young conductors make sure that everybody has one.
I guess they're probably just generic like animals. This is before Japan had figured out that like they needed to create a bespoke mascot for every square block of their country.
Naturally, there is concern in Japan about the influence that cartoons have on the children. It's not at all unusual now to find groups of concerned parents formed to discuss the problem. Groups like this one began with an eye to the negative features of comic books, but went on to think about why the children like them so much and how they can be put to constructive use.
Oh shit. They got the sex books in this.
Children in Japan.
Yeah, Go Nagai, of course. I mean, he really was. I know I said this in my Everything is Devilman video, but like, I think that Go Nagai basically is the reason that there is standards in, like, he basically just went for like the most outrageous thing he could think of every single time, and he let the population decide where the line was. You know, like there were nobody was presenting him with here's what you're allowed to say and here's what you're not allowed to say, and so he just said whatever he wanted, and then eventually society went, yeah, we're not going to let people say that anymore. Actually, we're not. No, you're not allowed to. No, stop. But he laughed all the way to the bank about it, you know? So ultimately, it just meant that they had to create all these, because like they don't want to ban speech. They don't want to try to set like hard speech limits, but they also don't want to make all this stuff accessible to kids. So they fabricate this whole system of there's going to be age ratings and the parents are going to be informed about what their kids are consuming. And it's all very stupid. It's like none of it's couched in how psychology works. And they didn't know any of this in 1982, but they were going to learn. You know, they were going to learn that it's a much more complicated and nuanced thing. It is what it is. We live in a society that you cannot protect. I think that it's interesting. I feel like I'm part of a weird moment in history where like the 80s and 90s were the only time where there was like a concerted social effort to protect the kid. Like the idea of like protect the kids. Because used to be kids were just like something you shat out so that you had another worker on your farm. Like people didn't treat their kids like they were some kind of sacred, you know, thing. And then I think when we started understanding psychology and we started understanding that like creating a good adult starts with like, you know, having a good childhood. Once we started understanding that, it was like, oh shit, we've been fucking up the whole time. Like we've just been doing it wrong for like a while, you know, and And so there was like this overcorrection of like, we're going to shelter the kids from everything. They're not even going to know what a drug is. They're not even going to know how to sex. You know, they're going to have no idea what's going on. And that's the era I grew up in. Like I was born in 91. So like right at the apex. And then I think the 2000s were almost just as bad, but the internet cracked it. Like the internet became so pervasive that it's like, well, what are you going to keep your kid off the internet? You know, but like if your kid gets on the internet, they're going to see everything that's ever happened in all of history. So like we're finally entering a period where like you just gotta be ready to talk to your kids at a pretty young age about the fact that everything's fucked, you know, because otherwise, how are they going to fix it? They're not going to fix a problem they don't know they have, you know. That's the problem we ran into. My generation, we didn't know we had a problem until we got older, and then we found out, and we were like, "Oh, why didn't you fucking tell us about this? We could have done something about this," you know. Anyway.
And spend long hours every day at their studies. They turn to the world of cartoons for the kinds of adventures that don't happen in their own lives. Fights and school rivalries, for example, take place a lot less now than they did in the past. The battles have shifted, for the most part, to the comics. Competition in school puts a high premium now on individual effort and success. Cartoons about sports, with their stories of team spirit, mean a great deal to Japanese youngsters.
By the way, we're not going to watch this whole thing. I think you paid for like 7 minutes total, so we'll get to there. I will watch this all on my own time, though, because it's interesting. I love this kind of shit. For me, I'm a much more of a visual learner than anything else. So if I just see a scene, I feel like I understand what is going on in that scene a lot easier than if somebody tries to describe it to me. And in particular, like I know what all these manga are. So I'm like, oh, okay, now I can see the world around that manga, you know?
The Doka Ben series follows the adventures of a baseball team with some very odd characters on it. A few of them not very bright or talented. The message is not lost on young Japanese readers. Not everybody has to be a star. It's the team, the combination of people with different personalities, abilities, and even weaknesses that wins out in the end.
All right, enough of that for now. Let's have a debate here, right? Because the next super chat in the list is Snowman 8's request for You Didn't Know Has Been Hotel. Then there's a super chat. There's two super chats later. There's Gary Always, who says, read aloud all of Lapusha's chats. Now, all of Lapusha's chats are demanding that we watch the finale of Murder Drones because Lapusha and Gary Always together by Team Up paid for that like months ago, like 5 months ago. So do I honor that one first because it is technically older, or do we obey the order that the super chats have come through on this specific stream? Snowman 8, what is your take on this? Do you feel that Lapusha belongs earlier than you in line? Or do you think I should wait till I get to Gary Always, which doesn't even technically say watch Murder Drones. It says read all of Lapusha's chats, which are all to remind me that she already paid of Murder Drones. You didn't know it's like 3 minutes? All right, we'll do that then. We'll do that first. You paid a lot for 3 minutes. What's $1.50 times 3? It'd be like 5. You could have paid $5. Thank you, though. You Didn't Know Has Been Hotel. Okay, it's a song. I thought this was going to be an analysis video. Like, I thought this was going to be a video called "You Didn't Know Has Been like all that was the full title. You Didn't Know Has Been Hotel, and it was gonna be like teaching me about some secret like history of this show. Like, did you know that Vivian Medrano actually had the idea when she was in middle school? Like, I thought it was gonna be that, you know. That's really funny.
She was right, Sarah. She showed us a soul can
I'm watching My Little Pony again in 2025.
improve. He saw the light, Sarah. Checked all the boxes that you said would prove a person deserves a second chance. Now we turn our back.
I really like her wings. She's cool. What the fuck am I hearing? Is it raining? It's raining. Oh, scared the fuck out of me. I haven't heard it rain in this house yet. I didn't know what it sounds like. I thought somebody was like popping fucking bubble wrap around me or some shit. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I really like the designs. Like the animation
Deserves a second chance. Now we turn our back.
I want to express that, like, I don't think it's necessarily that this animation is like mind blowing in the sense that, like, oh, it looks so incredible, but that it just seems really hard, like, to even make it look normal. Like, animating a design like this seems like it takes a lot of thought about, like, where is each part going to go in each frame, you know, like. There's just so many little details, and it's such a thin, like, spindly model. Like, I know that Flash helps a lot with this, but, like, it just seems like it would be really hard to like, think through how you're going to do every single step of animating with all the wing flaps and everything.
Now we turn our backs, no second glance. It's not as simple as you think. Not everything is spelled in ink.
Exactly. That's what I just said. It's not as simple as you think. Not everything is spelled in ink. How do you figure out how to animate shit like this?
It's not fair, Sarah. Careful, Charlie, keep a cool head. No, don't you care, Sarah? That just because someone is dead, it does.
I have to tell you that the singing is the main reason that I haven't watched this show. I haven't figured out why. I haven't figured out why it is that I like the musical segments in Hell of a Boss, and I don't care for the musical segments in Has Been Hotel. I have not figured that out exactly. I know it's a genre thing on some level.
Doesn't mean they can't resolve to change their ways. Turn the page, escape infernal place. I'm sure you wish it could be so, but there's a lot that you don't know. What are we?
It's just that it feels like they're having a conversation and just singing for no reason, which is cute, but it's not like a world I would want to live in. I would be like, can you just finish your fucking sentence? Like, can you not? It takes you 5 times longer to sing what you're saying than it would if you just fucking said it. You know, that's the way I feel listening to this. Like, can you just spit it out?
Even talking about some crack or who fucked up already.
Now, I do like that. I like singing some crack or fucked up already. Some shit that Claudio Sanchez would sing.
He blew his shot like a cock's in his mouth. This discussion is sense.
Also, her voice is really awesome. I like her voice tremendously more than the main girl's voice.
He blew his shot like a cock's in his mouth. This discussion is senseless and
The way she hit discuss, I can't even. Discuss! I can't even remotely hit that. Discuss! I cannot hit that note. That's a crazy.
he blew his shot like a cock's in his mouth. This discussion is senseless and
Discuss!
petty.
I have to go to a lower register to hit that note.
Like a cock's in his mouth. This
Discussion. Discussion. I can't fucking sing that.
senseless and petty. There's no question if it posed. He's unholy case closed. Did you forget that hell is forever? A man only lives once. We'll see you in
1 month. Gotta say, I can't wait to come down.
See, I don't love his voice either. Maybe it's just certain voices I'm not vibing with, and it's just harder to listen to them because I don't like their voice that much.
Wait, what are you saying? Let me get this straight. You go down there and kill those poor trolls. You didn't know.
It's very like, it feels. I have not listened to a ton of musical theater, and all of the modern stuff inevitably feels very Lin-Manuel Miranda to me, just because I have heard Hamilton and In the Heights, and like I've only heard In the Heights once and I didn't like it at all, but like I've heard Hamilton a number of times, parts of which I like, and like I feel like with Hamilton I can handle it just because, again, they're talking faster. Like the fact that it's rap, the fact that there is a rhythm, like a bit more, there's a lot of information too. It's very dense, you know. Oh, yeah, I have heard the band 3 that has the drummer of Coheed, but only like 15 years ago. So thoughts on David from Clipping playing Thomas Jefferson. I mean, he was born to do that. I'm pretty sure that David Diggs was already working on Hamilton like before Clipping. Like he already, and I think he probably knew that it was going to be released on Disney eventually, because when he said Disney on these hoes, shouts to all my Mickey Mouses, I legitimately think he was talking about like, I actually work for Disney. Like I am in the process of being a Disney star. Because he's a very clean guy, you know. He blows through weed and swishers like tornadoes blow through houses, but that's the darkest thing he can say about himself. So this is a man who said, what are we even talking about? I'm sorry. Somebody asked me about Clipping.
Oh, yes, the cat's out of the bag. What's the big deal? So tell me that you didn't know. I thought since I'm older, it's my load to shoulder. No, you have to listen. It was such a hard decision. I wanted to save you. The anguish you take.
The rap, if you literally don't understand what we were talking about, the lead rapper of the band Clipping, that is like a huge influence on me, is also the guy who plays Thomas Jefferson and Lafayette in Hamilton. And I was explaining that Hamilton is like the only modern musical I'm very familiar with. That's how that train of thought happened there.
To do what was required. To think that I admired you, well, I don't need your condescension. I'm not a child to protect. With talk of virtue, just pretension. With 9 to 9.
I like the key change there. By the way, part of why I keep pausing this over and over is you see that little Prime logo there? Yeah, they will copyright strike the fuck out of me if I play this for more than a few seconds at a time.
Expect you to heed the morals you're purveying. That's what the fuck I've been saying. If hell is forever, then heaven must be a lie. Emily. If angels can do whatever and remain in the sky.
Ooh, hold on. This harmony goes hard as fuck.
I've been saying, if hell is forever, then heaven must be a lie. Emily.
If hell is forever, then heaven must be a lie.
Angels can do whatever and remain in the sky.
If angels can do whatever and remain in the sky. That's some shit I would rap. That's fucking hard.
Rules are shades of gray when you don't do as you say, when you make the wretched suffer just to kill them again. I was told not to trust in angels.
By her?
She should know.
We should go.
No! Don't you see? We've come so close. Look at them.
I'm still thinking about that one harmony. I liked that part so much more than the rest of it. I'm stuck on it.
Fighting, they're at each other's throats.
Don't you act all high and mighty. Did you ever think your little girlfriend might be a liar? Don't.
Please.
What's the fuss? Why hide the fact that you're an angel just like us?
Solid ending. Oh geez, the rain sound scared me when as soon as the music was gone. Just That would be such a good fucking sample. Just literally that.
Emily. If hell is forever, then heaven must be alive.
Emily.
If angels can do whatever and remain in the sky.
If somebody could take that, if angels could do whatever and remain in the sky, and turn that into a hip hop beat, I would greatly appreciate it. Because that shit goes hard as fuck. And the percussiveness of it is just right to like every syllable of it. Because you do anything with that and it would sound fucking amazing. But yeah, I don't love the whole song, but I do love that bit. Like there's a friend of mine, Zen Huxtable, who also has this channel called Flip Down Yonder, and collects these lick compilations that are just like, Christ, that's fucking loud.
My life would be so different from this how I'm living. 2021 ain't taking no prisoner. Last year y'all fucked up all the listener. Who went platinum? A car let a visitor. Who the fuck back them? All been falsified. The facts mean.
The way he says the facts mean is stretched out so it's syllabically similar to this is vaccine, always scratches that itch perfectly. You have to really pause these to catch the notations that he writes on screen about why he picked these licks. Anyways, I have to pee, so I'm just going to play this licks video for a little bit while I go to the bathroom.
This is a vaccine and the game need me to survive. The Elohim, the rebirth. Before you get to the Father, you gotta holler at me first.
Our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Open wide, one of us may get lost inside.
Let the music sing so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. We got each other with the things we want to say.
We have one more request that comes before Murder Drones, although I don't know how I'm going to search for this. I can't. The program I'm using. Well, I guess I can open up YouTube and go to the chat over there and copy this. It's the program I'm in. I guess I can open up YouTube. No, I don't want to hear myself saying what I just said. Oh no, I can't scroll that far back on the YouTube chat. How do I find this? I cannot type this. Are you still there, Ratpert? Is there an English phrase I can use that will get me to this? Ellen is sending it to me. Okay, thank you. That works. I literally still have that one little harmony lick in that song stuck in my head. That something like that. Okay. Thank you, Ellen. Oh, this looks fucking insane. What is this? All right. I dig those like deeply layered keyboards, and I like how they're doing the animation where like layers appear on top of each other. I think Rhyme Kickflips said this in her response to my video. The oh god, hold on, give me a second. Practical creativity. I made my practical creativity video. Kickflips did a response on her channel called "They Should Make Larger Fruits," and she said that she really likes art that shows its process in the art, where like where the camera pans out to show the camera. She does a lot of that in her work, where it's like addressing the artifice, as I called it in my video, art addressing its artifice. This is doing that. Like it's not just animated, but it's drawing attention to specifically how it is animated by showing you layer by layer, so it's like animated, but like each layer's appearing between frames, so it's like building the animation at the same time. The chef cooks me. Okay. So you did have, in fact, the English title in there. I just didn't understand what I was reading. Will I ever watch Mother's Rosario arc? I have seen the Mother's Rosario arc. I just never talked about it, really. What the fuck is going on with his fucking launch stick? It's just teleporting all around. Whoa. This is a fucking trip. So we got like shrimp fried rice and mahjong floating around this little king guy. A horse. Is that a Gundam? That's a motherfucking Gundam. That is a fuck mothering Gundam. Oh, and he used Rocket Fist like Mazinger. Oh. There's something funny about, like, in a video where nothing is the same for more than a second, having a guy whose expression refuses to change when something funny is happening to him. Whoa. Seizure warning. Whoa. Oh, this is really cool. This is definitely rotoscoped, and I love it. I think what they did there was film the same thing with a guy in it and without a guy in it, and then, animated over the version where the guy is in it, and then put those layers on top of the version where the guy is not in it. His brain's full of mahjong. His DNA is full of mahjong even. That sounds awesome. Whatever effect that is on the guitar, that sounds fucking awesome. All right. Oh, that was fucking sick, actually. Guitar solo. Like, classic old school guitar solo played with a very new sound, and then it hits right into a glitch. That's just a very sweet way to take something classic and make it modern. That was a cool sequence. Dog! That felt like a Nyan Cat inspired, with the way he was moving and kind of looking like a big piece of a Pop Tart. B-Dog. This is what happens when Bird and I kiss. I just realized how much that little mahjong thing, what is that called? Ricci stick or something? Looks like a pregnancy test. Oh no, the cat is sad. Safe. Safe. Always good to be safe. Well, that was fucking delightful. That was very enjoyable. All right, it's time now for the moment you've been waiting for, especially if your name is Lapusha or Gary Always. First of all, we have to read all of Lapusha's chats as per Gary's instructions. So let's go as far back as we can, see where Lapusha comes in, and read all of the chats. Hey, Trixie, would you be able to watch the final Murder Drines episode me and Gary Always paid for a while ago? Yes. I'm always here to remind to watch all the glitch shows. As well, you should be, because they need support. And I still haven't seen all of episode 2 of the Digital Circus yet. Don't forget to finish Murder Drones me and Gary already paid. Indeed. Gary even paid an extra $2 just to be absolutely sure that I knew that you were here. Sounds like an Attack on Titan song. We actually went over this one already. Gay robots. Fuck yeah. Emotional logic. Hell yeah. Whining? Murder drones. Mortar drones. 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 And I think, oh, what? There's more. Murder drones. Murder drones. Yeah. I just wanted to be acknowledged, lol. This is going to big copyright strike. Oh boy. Remember Hell of a Boss debacle. Oh, okay. Because one time I paid for her to watch Hell of a Boss and it ruined everything. That was true. It did happen. I think it's a hard 10-minute limit. Like every time that the stream went down, it was that we watched something. It was like not long after crossing the 10-minute mark of unbroken watching, and then the stream went down. So I think when it comes to shows, like if you go over 10 minutes, you're probably fucked. I've been watching a lot of reaction streams lately where people are doing like whole album reactions on YouTube. And like oftentimes it'll be fine for most of the album. And then they start getting notifications and takedowns and shit Last night I watched Chilling with Monique, trying to get through all of To Pimp a Butterfly to celebrate the 10th anniversary. And she made it to like the third to last song. And then the stream started going down like every couple minutes. And it was like, oh, all right. I guess you can't just do whatever you want. I like that there are biblically accurate angels, kind of. But the music is so good. It happens. I mean, the music is well written, but it's not like... It's very... digital audio workstation production, Yes, it was supposed to be winning. I thought so. This is so weird to listen to. Yeah, I thought it would be. That's why I wanted to do it, because I thought it would be really funny. Okay, Murder Drones. It's just the finale that we haven't seen, right? Yeah, Absolute End. You think that maybe it's the last episode? They were like, we really need to make sure people do not ask us about more fucking murder drones. So let's go ahead and call it the Absolute End. All right. It's finally time. What's with this? Why is there this? Wait, hold on. What is this? Why is this happening? What's going on with that? That's abnormal, right? Do I have it zoomed in or something? I don't. Okay, whatever. I guess there's just a scroll bar at the bottom for no reason. Cool. Little guys. Dumb essay stupid. I am God, I am God, I am God, I am God. I've written dumb essays like that before. I need to get myself a new water. Hold on. Okay, for real this time. That's cool. I appreciate about this studio how there's...
Oh, hey, it's Murder Drones.
Yes, I'm finally watching the Murder Drones finale. I just started it. If you want to join me.
I don't know. I didn't watch most of the middle of the show.
Episodes, yeah. Oh, what the hell is happening here?
Hey, it's Gary Always. Hi, Gary Always. And LaPusha. Oh, my God.
They're the ones who paid for it.
That makes sense.
6
Hi, Ellen.
months
You're
ago.
also here.
How stop?
Patch?
Solver control me again? The fuck does that mean? If you a little bitch. She's like, I am a little bitch. Cute. Need host destroy Sin's heart. What the fuck? Get fucked.
How is Rocking in a Winter Wonderland going?
It's
for you?
good. It's helping with my shoulder stiffness quite a bit.
Oh, well, that's good.
Spaceship Island!
Oh my God, there's dialogue.
Isn't there always dialogue?
There had not been.
Oh.
Supposed to get away.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing you watched?
My favorite murder drones? The girl who's like fucked
No,
up.
no, like Carrot, like.
I mean, I
sorry.
guess they're all fucked up in
On
their own
this
ways,
stream.
but one girl's like,
On this stream, what's your favorite thing you've watched so far?
what are you saying? I can't hear you in the headphones.
Sorry, there's dialogue now. On this stream, what's your favorite thing you've seen so far?
Oh. I don't know. I can't bring anything to my memory right now while I'm watching this. She burning up.
Well, that's a serious issue.
Yeah.
Before that whole thing, we're like dating, right?
Oh.
Yeah,
Like because I can't always read.
Like, yeah. Yay.
Lowe's, get away! Time to murder a planet!
I don't like her.
Yes, thank you, boss. Good as new. Yep, there's cool. Thanks. All right, sentient mass. Time to go in the scary planet hole thing. Ow! Gravity! Okay, I'm fine and calm and go away! That's that easy, narc! It's senior.
She called her a narc.
Working with Zen?
I lived, bitch. Oh shit. Hell yeah. Thank you, ASE Presents. 5 gifted memberships. I wonder who got them. I only had 1 membership before this moment, so now there's suddenly...
We were supposed to get away, Jay!
You got one yourself? That's amazing.
Jobs on this planet, and it leaves us alone! It tricked you! If I promised you anything, it tricked me too. You know there's no escape, even in death! I promise it's better on the winning team. As a team. Oh, how about you fight me? Hey, Sid! Suck on this!
Gosh, I want these two to step on me so bad.
Hello, Uzi. Hi, Ann. I see. You will not talk to me because I have hurt your feelings. Easier to assimilate than explain anyway.
Oh shit.
Bite me.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Okay. You first, eager beaver. Let me in, 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 let me in.
Rescinded! So here I thought you stepped it up after. I never needed either of you.
Oops. The girl saying "let me in" and clawing at her chest. I was just thinking about I have a song called "Break" where I'm doing like a demonic voice, and there's a part where the song slows down, and I'm like, "Let me in, let me in, let me in," which I was using those words in reference to the movie "Let Me In," which I haven't seen, but I have seen the movie that it's an adaptation of, "Let the Right One In," which is a Swedish horror movie about a vampire, and it's spooky. You want to do a verse on a track with me, or are you talking to Clippa? Either way, just yeah, we can do that easily. Pick a track.
Leg.
Whoa, what the fuck? That was a cool fucking image. This is what it feels like to have like money and a partner. You're like, all right, I got you, so I'm pretty sure things are fine. But I also have 10,000 random hands trying to snatch everything I have away from me. So I'm not in the best state of mind.
En? You're okay? She's here. And I don't know how much you remember, but Jay tricked us. Or it tricked Jay too. And I'm so sorry. I should have been honest. I was just so scared for us. For you. Stop!
Oh, it absolutely shit wrecked.
Do your job and I leave you and N alone. Right, V?
Still.
Bad job, V. Call me word. Godfather.
Go long, Uzi!
I will. Uzi's not here.
Oh no. Who get it got?
Hands off! No one traumatizes these weirdly hot robots but me!
And there we have it, folks. The line. The line that summarizes the whole show. That was the creator speaking to you directly. Nobody traumatizes these hot robots but me.
Glad you're not dead or whatever.
Boring and annoying.
Sorry, just me in here. I think dumb things are freaking cool, and I am.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Nightcore. Let's go. This voice is fucking adorable. This shit goes fucking hard. How did that happen? Oh shit.
Wrong team. No more tricks.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. I feel like we need a secret handshake or something, right?
The fucking timing of the animation of the music is immaculate. That's so fucking hard. That is so fucking hard. Uh-oh. Oh, you teleported into it, you idiot. God damn. Whoa. Uh-oh. This is dope.
You don't know me and I hate you!
Kinda hot.
Lucy? Get back! Lucy is. Oh, hell yeah! I'm a damage.
She ate that line delivery all the way. That was awesome.
Yep, that's how I learned nightmares are real, and we probably should have stayed behind the old doors. And that maybe I don't actually hate it here as much. That's my girlfriend!
How to draw manga! Oh my god.
Also, now I can do this!
Nice. Liam Vickers, you fucking did it. And everybody else also. Wow. It was worth it, yes. It was good. It was very good. Stay for after credits, of course. We gotta show the credits. Look at all these motherfucking geniuses here.
You look great. Have you considered a bow, though?
Okay, bye. Yeah, that was great. That was fucking sick. The fucking metalcore fight scene was badass. The music was awesome. Who sang that? I need to find out who sang the song. Should have been in the credits, but I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. Where would it be? Music. Zephiriana. Zephiriana. You sounded awesome on that song. Yeah, that was sick. What else do I have to say about it? I mean, when watching this show, I'm filled with a persistent sense that it is made like for teenagers, but I don't know if that's necessarily. It's more like I think there's certain artists who just don't have the pretentiousness of like, I have to try to appeal to adults. It's like what I think is cool is stuff that like that teenagers happen to think is really cool, but like it's not like, I don't feel like this is made specifically so that it could. It's obviously meant to be accessible to young people. I don't think it was deliberately made to only be enjoyed by younger people, is what I'm trying to say. But it puts me into a frame of mind of just remembering like a time in my life where this would have hit a lot harder than something that has like a deep story, you know, like where like let's say Legend of the fucking Galactic Heroes, right? I watched that at the exactly right moment in my life to enjoy it, which is like 3 years ago. If I had watched it any earlier than that, it would not have worked nearly as well for me. And it's possible it will work even better for me in the future, or worse. I don't know. Maybe 31 was exactly the age at which you would enjoy Legend of Galactic Heroes the most, and no other time. I feel like 34 is not the age when I would have enjoyed Murder Drones the most. I enjoyed it a lot though, and it had that moment where I finally, it tapped in, it got me, because I was kind of waiting for like, I want this to make me feel like I am 14, you know, like I am seeing something and just going like, this is so fucking cool, you know, like, and it got there right when they had the timing of the music to the kicks, like just that part where she's like getting kicked in the head. It's like, da, 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 you know, it's like, oh fuck, that's what I've been dreaming of it feeling like, you know. It took me back to being a teen, because when I was a teen, I wanted to see that, and I felt like I wasn't getting enough of it, you know. I was like, I was bothered by the lack of timing. Why isn't the fight timed perfectly to the song? You know, why isn't there these big crunchy moments? So it was like, it took me to that place, like that child got to be like, yes, finally the show I've wanted to see, you know. So that was badass. And I appreciate how much this show didn't try to make fucking sense at all. Like, it was just like, how do we get to the scenes? You know, I'm sure the scenes were in mind from an early point of like what they wanted to animate. But it's just like, what's the rationale that's going to get us to this imagery that is almost totally inexplicable, you know, and bizarre. And then the declarations of its intent, you know, the fact that they have the dialogue that's like, you know what, I like corny shit, and that's what this is, and we're proud of it, and we're happy with it, you know, like we did what we set out to do, so, you know, it is what it is. I appreciate that. All right, Zura Senpai with $5 says to watch the Playground trailer by Rodrigo. I don't know what any of that is, so we gonna learn today. Big Snake rock climbing wall / children's playground. I'm already interested. They're inside of the mouth. Yeah, this rules. Love the outfit. There's some kind of creepy crawly coming at him. What the fuck is... some like stink bug? Oh, this is fucked. This is super fucked. Is this by the fucking... No. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if this is related to Yuasa in any way. It definitely feels like Yuasa, but way scarier than anything he's done before. Like Yuasa and Kon had a baby together, and this is that baby, is what I'm feeling right now. Oh, what the fuck? This fucking music too. That looks intense as shit. Are you telling me that just like a dude made, like just a person made this? Like a one person made that for real? What? Are you fucking even serious right now? Did you really make this all by yourself? Yeah, Meat Canyon would be in the comments saying it's brilliant, wouldn't he? Bro, this is fucking sick. Like in every sense of the word imaginable. This is sick shit. Shout out Rodrigo Sosa. And shout out Zura Senpai for paying for me to watch that, because that was fucking sick. I don't know how long the final version is going to be, but it's going to be madness. Like, that was a lot of thing for a minute and a half. That was nuts. That was for a college course? That's unreasonably fucking... That guy's a genius. This dude is a fucking genius. This is unreasonably... It literally felt to me like if Masaaki Yuasa and Satoshi Kon collaborated on a film together. That's like... I don't know how to give higher praise to an animated short than that. I literally don't think I could figure out higher praise than Satoshi Kon and Masaaki Yuasa, to the point that I legitimately thought it might be a Yuasa show. I was like, is this some crazy Yuasa movie? Like, no way he's doing something this fucked. Like, that's really impressive. Sex in the City Evangelion. I've never seen Sex in the City. Oh boy. What is this going to be? Is it going to be Okay, I see where this is going. I don't know if this will be lost on me because I've never actually seen Sex in the City, but maybe this will be hilarious. Darren Star and Candace Bushnell. I am going to pause this frequently because I know this song is copyright danger. I've definitely had copyright troubles from this song before. The slow sip. The guy with the shit in his nose as well. The fucking friends. What did that say? Just women with balls. I couldn't help but I wonder. I couldn't help but I wonder. I couldn't help but I wonder. Is this her all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy? I'm impressed with the 3-monitor setup for like the 90s. Like the 3, I've never seen 3 4x3 monitors lined up before like that. And Yeah, I didn't really understand much of that, but I guess that's Sex in the City. I couldn't even really get a grip on the vibe of the show other than that it's like, here's what women in the 90s were like. And I can't help but wonder how much of that is because of the show and how much of it is just the show describing, like where's it's a real chicken and the egg situation with 90s culture, I guess. Late 90s. I think I've caught up on all the requests that I've been passed. I've got to pee, and I've been going for 3 hours, so I'm probably not going to do this too much longer. But I'll go to the bathroom, and if anybody wants to submit another request, they can do that, and I'll just leave. This one looks the most interesting.
While masturbation continued to be culturally taboo among much of the American population, thanks to years of religiosity, as well as medicinal theories from the Enlightenment period onward, there was a growing change occurring in a new wave of practitioners and sexologists. In the 1920s, prison reformer and progressive moralist Catherine B. Davis studied the sexual habits of roughly 5,000 married white women and found that 40% acknowledged masturbating during childhood or adolescence. In the Kinsey reports, published in 1948 and 1953, it was revealed that 92% of the male respondents and 62% of the female ones masturbated. This showed that slinging one's jelly was more common than believed, but also that women were not touching themselves at nearly the same rate as men, or not admitting to it. In 1966, William Masters and Virginia Johnson published Human Sexual Response after watching hundreds of couples have sex, and reported on the refractory period during the sexual response cycle, or the time in which men become drowsy after orgasm and are unable to ejaculate again, and that it was not physiologically or physically damaging. 2 years after their groundbreaking study, masturbation was removed from the American Classification of Mental Disorders. In 1972, masturbation would be declared normal by the APA, but it would still be very much taboo among women and shamed in children. Masturbation was explored and or endorsed by many feminist works in the 1970s, including Our Bodies Ourselves by the Boston Women's Health Book Collectives and For Yourself by Lonnie Garfield Barbach. In 1974, Miss Magazine published an article on masturbation by Betty Dodson and told readers they could get the entire 18-page article if they sent $3 to her. The artist and activist got enough money to publish Liberating Masturbation 2 years later. It was a bestseller and would be republished as Sex for One. The book included Dodson's own really amazing drawings of the different styles of vulvas and emphasized the importance of the clitoris. However, Betty faced backlash from more conservative feminists for her pro-sex views during the ongoing sex wars. Undeterred, Dodson said, "Masturbation is our first and natural form of sexual activity, and if that's inhibited or damaged, then we suffer for the rest of our lives." I have Dodson to thank for the Hitachi Magic Wand, the personal muscle massager that she popularized as a masturbation toy. It's my unmatched favorite. I swear, like no other toy has come close. I've tried.
I will watch the rest of that video later. Intellectual Quickies is a great channel. Australian 15 means we're watching how much of this? I'm so fucking bad at math. It'd be 10 minutes, right? 10 min. Let go.
All right, who else needs some advice? I feel like this is the advice special, right?
Thank you, Lapusha.
All right, should you break up with your boyfriend? Yes. Okay, next question.
If you have to ask, the answer's probably yes.
Thank you so much for coming, by the way. Give it up for yourselves for making it out on a rainy Monday night. Does anyone have any burning questions?
It's a rainy Sunday night here, but I think it must be Monday morning for Lapusha, right? Monday midday. I don't know what time it is in Australia right now. Is it raining down there? It's raining here.
This is gonna go great.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, you have a question.
How should I handle? I've been sleeping with this guy in my building.
Okay, you've been sleeping with this guy in your building. You're super. Clearly trying to get some deals. You're like, my window doesn't work. Just the window itself doesn't work. I said what I said. You know. So the person they sleep they're.
That's a great format of a joke where like it wasn't funny until the joke itself points out why it's funny. Like I didn't think about the fact that he had said my window doesn't work, but then, you know,
They're living in the building as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you met them. How did you see them in the elevator? And you gave like that, like, you know, the gay look we do, where we're like, did you just give them the gay look, or did you see them on Grindr and it was like, this person's 5 feet away? It was on Grindr. They're 5 feet, 20 feet away in Grindr, which is always kind of. I block that immediately because it's like I can't handle seeing you in my hallway. You know what I mean? And also, like, I can't like. Oh, I'm gonna go to my.
Oh, you scared the crap out of me.
That was
like
the
a
goal.
ghost.
I was actually very loud and obvious. You just have headphones on.
You always scare me when I'm in the middle of taking a hit. Goddamn. I start coughing uncontrollably.
That's
Say-
what I
say
add to the
words.
stream. Words, speaking. Hello, how's it going? It's me. It's the bird. I've been playing Marvel Rivals, and just now my computer it was struggling, so I turned it off to give it a break. I think I just got it too hot. I need to get a fan pad.
Yeah, we just put a fucking whole RAM in there.
We rammed it right in there.
How much RAM does your computer now have?
It has 40 gigabytes, which isn't ideal because it can't all be dual channel. So only 6 or 8 gigabytes of it is dual channel, or 16 gigabytes of it is dual channel. I'm not sure exactly how that works because it's 16 gigabytes functionally, or like the hardware.
Are you saying we should not have gotten the bigger RAM? We should have.
No, we should have gotten
smaller
2
RAM?
of them.
I see. We needed
Um,
much more RAM.
Yeah.
Well, we could not afford any
No,
more
it's
RAM than
fine.
what we
The
got.
computer works. I'm happy with it. Next thing I got to do is a storage upgrade. I think.
Yeah, we generally could use some more hard drives, but that's not on the near future docket.
No, I mean like my laptop. You can install
Oh.
more hard drives.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that laptops had space for extra shit like that.
Yours probably does. It's just your computer is tiny and annoying.
True.
Um,
Just like me.
I don't know. It's probably not that hard. I think your computer might have a nicer hard drive than mine, or CPU than mine does, which is weird.
All right, you gotta get out of here. I have to watch this gay stand up.
Oh, who's? Oh, I know this guy. I've seen him on YouTube Shorts.
I don't even know who he is, but
He's gay.
Latricia gave me 15 Australian to watch some of his comedy. And so far, it's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. Well, bird time is over.
Unless you wanted to talk about your chili, because you're almost done making a chili.
I don't even know if it's almost done. Have you tried it recently?
I've tried it a bunch of times. I mean, I think it is. I think it's been done, you know. But
No, you told me to wait, so I could.
so that yeah, I just thought the onions could get softer, but I think they've gotten soft enough now. Where the fuck did my headphone at?
I don't know.
Where did I put
They're
them?
around your
Oh
neck.
shit! I got them on me. Yeah, this stream can't last too much longer because my brain's clearly starting to dissolve. But and I want to eat that chili. I don't know if it's actually done. I just want to eat it, so I want it to be done. I don't think it really matters when you decide your chili is done, if it's hot and edible. All right.
Plate. I don't want them knowing where I'm living. All right, but go on. So you saw him 20 feet, and you're like, hi, hey.
Hey, yeah, we started hooking up for months.
For months. I guess it is kind of convenient, though, because you're like, well, I just had dinner. I guess I anal. Is that what it is? Do you mind if I ask if are you verse, top, bottom?
Very verse.
Very bottom.
I'm sorry. The way he delivered that, I have to go back and hear that again.
Yeah, we started hooking up for months.
For months. I guess it is kind of convenient though, because you're like, well, I just had dinner. I guess I anal.
I just had dinner. I guess I anal. That's great. Oh shit! I missed the
Very
punchline.
Bottom.
Finish my water. Damn it.
Not you very verse. It's all okay. You know, I get it. You topped once in 2019. And you went to your friends at brunch the next day. You're like, you're never going to believe what happened. Now you feel comfortable enough to drop your voice an octave, you know. All right, so you're very verse. Got it. So, okay, so you're having lots. How many months are we talking about? 3 months. Okay, that's a long time for homosexuals. Okay, so, all right, so 3 months. You guys are fun. Now the sex is good. But what is it like talking to him?
Uh-oh.
He wait, back up. He doesn't speak English? What does he speak? He speaks Spanish. Okay, well, so but you don't speak Spanish. So,
That's what I was gonna ask. Been together for 3 months with this guy. Does not speak the same language as him. I'm impressed.
So you never had to say like activo or pasivo. Okay, so like, are you trying to learn Spanish? Like, is he in his room and all he hears like underneath you through the walls like, ding, hola, ding. El hombre dorma, ding. You never talked to him about like a green owl and okay. So the only issue, do you like him? Like, do you guys even have conversation? You just open the door and you're like, hola, and then like you're living your best telenovela. Mostly
It's
physical.
mostly
And then how do
physical.
you say goodbye?
Gee,
Like,
I
how do you
bet.
tell him you're
Thank
coming?
you.
Like, estoy, like, how do you?
I got chili.
Llego.
He could tell.
He can tell. Got it. Okay. Bottom. And I'm not bottom shaming. I'm also a huge, you know what I'm saying? I'm a bottom. What do we, can you imagine me topping? I'd pretend, if I was going to top, I'd have to pretend I was
No.
like Tony the Tiger. Just behind him like, they're great. Like, I don't know how to top. It's too much. I don't have that kind of energy. You know what top's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just get it over with. But all right, well, I'm sorry. So what's the question though? So a guy, he's in your building. You've been having sex for 3 months. He speaks no English. You speak no Spanish. What's the question?
So he said that he wants to become closer with his wife. So he needs
Stop.
I love when the person is just like out of control. Like always the best when the comedian starts interviewing someone in the crowd and it's just like, what are you doing with your life? Should I be jealous? Should I be afraid? The fucking look on his face, he like can't even work through. He's like, how am I supposed to feel about it? He's like checking out the audience like, y'all, what do I say? Like, how do I respond to this, y'all?
Do you understand that like homosexuals just like right off the bat were just ready for, you know what I mean? Like the first question, we all afraid for like 13 seconds, like, God, no one's gonna ask anything. You have like, okay, this is okay. This got real fun. Okay, so first of all, how did he ask you that question if he doesn't speak English? Through Grindr, Google Translate. So you didn't even have this conversation in person. On Grindr, he was like, okay.
These two are communicating. by typing Google Translate and then copy pasting it into Grindr. And it's the only way they can communicate besides fucking. And one of them's married.
Tenemos un problema. Es muy complicado, pero yo tengo. No, I know I'm acting like he doesn't know how to say it. Like, hello, I am acting right now. But I love the Latinas getting in there like, esposa. Qué gringo que no puede hablar en español, hermano. Porque él está aquí. I'm part Mexican. I am, but I speak Spanish.
I did not assume he was like a white guy who would not know Spanish. I don't know if that joke hits different if you are like making that assumption about him, but I was just like, no, you seem like you know Spanish.
Spanish and Italian, but I learned Italian first. So now when I speak Spanish, I have this thick Italian accent. So when I talk to other Latinos, though, I was like, you sound like Mario. So, okay, go on. So we told you on Grindr that say it again. Sorry, this is just so juicy. You have a lot to live up to. What's your name? Carlos.
Oh, fuck. I'm down on YouTube. No. Shit. Well, I guess that's gonna be it then. I'm not even logged in on Twitch. I'm streaming to it without even being logged in. Shit, I didn't expect the comedy special to get me taken down. I guess I should have been more careful. All right, well, that's it.